Joel Fuhrman, Eat to Live, the amazing nutrient-rich program for fast and sustained weight loss. In this summary of Eat to Live, the amazing nutrient-rich program for fast and sustained weight loss, we'll explore the reasons behind the prevalence of unhealthy eating habits in America and dispel some common myths surrounding nutrition, discover the importance of a nutrient-dense, plant-based diet, and learn about the negative consequences that result from a calorie-heavy, nutrient-poor diet. By understanding the relationship between nutrients, calories, and health, you will gain valuable insight into the best nutritional choices for long-term weight loss and optimal well-being.
Nutrients over calories. Despite having access to nutritious food options, Americans predominantly opt for calorie-dense, nutrient-deficient junk food, leading to unhealthy diets. A typical American diet contains 62% processed carbohydrates and extracted oils, 25.5% fiberless dairy and animal produce, and a mere 5% fruits and vegetables, excluding potatoes. While high-calorie foods provide energy, they usually lack essential vitamins and minerals necessary for optimal health. For instance, a tablespoon of olive oil has 120 calories but almost no vitamins or minerals. The focus should shift from calorie-rich to nutrient-rich food choices to promote better health and wellness. Debunking American diet myths. It's startling that in a country with high obesity rates, Americans continue to choose calorie-dense, nutrient-poor diets. One reason is the pervasiveness of societal myths about supposedly healthy eating habits. An example is the belief in the healthy Mediterranean diet, that the well-being of Cretans is solely due to the consumption of olive oil, pasta, and white bread. In truth, their healthier lifestyle incorporated large amounts of fruits, vegetables, beans, fish, and daily rigorous physical activities. Cretans' health was maintained despite, not because of, a high-calorie diet. Misleading myths, such as the benefits of animal protein for growth, persist in American society. Research shows that a more rapid development, and earlier puberty, actually increases the risk of cancer in adulthood. It's crucial for Americans to reevaluate these false assumptions and adopt genuinely healthier dietary choices. Debunking food myths. The American diet is heavily influenced by the spread of food myths and interests of powerful organizations like the USDA, which has historically promoted meat and dairy industries. Misinformation in the marketplace, sensationalized headlines, and unsupported diets like the Atkins diet have led to a slow awakening of the role of nutrition in overall health. America's food culture doesn't just suffer from widespread myths, but also from the active involvement of powerful institutions that work to maintain the status quo. A prime example is the United States Department of Agriculture, USDA, an organization that initially existed to support the meat and dairy industries. Even now, the USDA continues to bolster these sectors by providing $20 billion in price supports for beef, veal, and dairy, while neglecting to provide financial support for fruit and vegetable production meant for human consumption. Misinformation further confuses the public's understanding of proper nutrition. Sensational headlines, such as "high-fiber diet does not protect against colon cancer," can be misleading, as they often misrepresent the findings of a single study. In this case, more than 2,000 research papers had found that a high-fiber diet, one rich in vegetables, fruits, and whole grains, does offer protection against colon cancer. The Atkins diet, a popular yet dangerous ketogenic diet, represents another example of the public falling victim to misinformation. Advocating for increased intake of animal products and decreased consumption of carbohydrates, this diet can cause a potentially fatal shift in electrolytes leading to an irregular heartbeat. The sudden death of a 16-year-old girl, along with many others, has been linked to the Atkins diet and similar ketogenic diets. The grip of food myths and the cloud of influential institutions are contributing factors to the slow realization of the direct connection between dietary choices and public health. As awareness regarding nutrition begins to take hold, it's essential to challenge these myths and demand accountability from organizations shaping America's food culture. The unhealthy American lifestyle. Despite enjoying unparalleled material wealth, Americans face an alarming state of health due to obesity and chronic diseases. The staggering fact is that nearly 75% of the population is considered obese, and by 2048, it is predicted that all American adults will suffer from obesity. The primary culprit of this health crisis can be traced back to the high consumption of animal products, refined foods, and sugar in our diets. The China-Cornell-Oxford Project, a large-scale nutritional study, links animal protein consumption to instances of cancer and heart attacks. Moreover, the Physicians' Health Study supports these findings by connecting excessive dairy consumption to various diseases, such as prostate cancer. It is crucial for Americans to reevaluate their dietary habits to improve their overall well-being and prevent further health issues. Power of plant-based eating. Prioritizing a plant-based diet brings a wealth of health benefits due to the nutrients provided by fruits, vegetables, legumes, and whole grains. These foods offer higher nutrient density when compared to animal products, ensuring that our bodies receive essential vitamins, minerals, and phytochemicals. Contrary to common misconceptions, plant-based diets offer sufficient calories, carbohydrates, proteins, and healthy fats to sustain an active lifestyle, and they outperform meat-based alternatives in terms of nutrient concentration. A plant-based diet is the ideal choice for those seeking optimal nutrition, as the essential vitamins, minerals, and phytochemicals our bodies need are most abundant in fruits, vegetables, legumes, and whole grains. The key to understanding the superiority of plant-based foods lies in the formula H=N/C, which measures nutrient density. Foods with a high nutrient density ratio provide a greater nutritional dividend. To illustrate this principle, let's examine the nutrients found in broccoli versus steak. A mere 100 calories of broccoli contains 2.2 milligrams of iron, 46 milligrams of magnesium, and 118 milligrams of calcium, while 100 calories of steak provide only 0.8 milligrams, 6 milligrams, and 2 milligrams of the respective minerals. Vegetables like spinach, Brussels sprouts, and broccoli offer nutrient density scores between 50 and 100, while their animal-based counterparts don't come close. Although concerns exist about plant-based diets offering enough calories, most provide 1,000 to 2,000 calories per day, which is more than enough for those who lead active lifestyles. Additionally, plant-based diets offer ample carbohydrates, proteins, and healthy fats. For instance, spinach is composed of 51% protein, compared to just 20% protein found in cheeseburgers or meatloaf. Seeds and nuts also provide sufficient healthy fats, such as the essential omega-3 fat. By embracing a plant-based diet, people can enjoy a nutritionally packed and healthful eating experience that not only meets their dietary requirements but also protects their overall well-being. Plant-powered health boost. A plant-based diet provides numerous health benefits, including weight loss, disease prevention, and even promoting the reversal of DNA damage. The natural nutrients and high fiber content in fruits and vegetables quickly satisfy hunger, preventing overeating and supporting healthy weight management. Scott's remarkable weight loss journey is an inspiring testimony to this powerful nutrition strategy. Additionally, plant-based foods are packed with phytochemicals, protective factors that help fight diseases by working on a cellular level. Even Harvard's Department of Nutrition acknowledges the unparalleled health benefits of consuming fruits and vegetables daily. Choosing a plant-based diet can greatly improve one's overall well-being by reducing the risk of major illnesses such as cancer, diabetes, and autoimmune disorders. Unleash the power of superfoods. Embrace the Eat to Live plan, which revolves around indulging in nutrient-dense greens, beans, and fruits with no portion constraints. By feasting on raw and steamed superfoods like kale, collard greens, and broccoli, you benefit from a negative caloric effect that expends more energy digesting them than they provide. Consuming over 1 pound of both raw and steamed vegetables daily is encouraged. Additionally, don't hold back on beans and legumes, as they're rich in resistant starch, which aids weight loss, digestive health, and reduces the risk of heart disease and cancers. Legumes have also been associated with longevity in various cultures. Aim to eat at least 1 can of beans and legumes per day. Lastly, enjoy a minimum of 4 fruits daily, as they not only fuel the success of the Eat to Live plan but also satisfy sweet cravings, keeping you motivated on your healthy journey. Powerhouse foods, moderation matters. Nuts and seeds, abundant in health benefits, tend to be calorie-dense, accentuating the importance of moderate consumption in coupled physical activity. Starchy vegetables like potatoes and squash, although valuable in a nutritious diet, can sometimes hinder weight loss due to their high calorie content. All other foods, lacking vital vitamins, minerals, and phytochemicals, should constitute 10% or less of total daily calorie intake, excluding vitamin B12, obtainable via supplements. Avoiding or minimally consuming sweeteners, oils, and salt remains crucial, as an excess of salt has been associated with stomach cancer and hypertension. When committing to a health-conscious diet, such as Eat to Live, initial negative bodily signals may arise, serving as signs of detoxification, indicating the body's repair process, and will eventually subside with dedication to the regimen. Embrace nutrient-rich diets. Adopting the Eat to Live plan maximizes health by focusing on nutrient-rich plant-based foods. At least 90% of your daily calories must come from unrefined plant-based sources like greens, beans, and fruits. Large salad portions should be the centerpiece of your meals. By embracing this straightforward and flexible approach, you'll achieve sustained weight loss and optimal health. The Eat to Live plan aims to improve overall health without worrying about counting calories or making elaborate meals. The most crucial rule to follow is to prioritize the consumption of greens, beans, and fruits. Aim for at least 90% of your daily caloric intake to come from unrefined plant-based foods. This approach leaves only minimal room for indulgent treats, like a small cookie or half a bagel. Consider making greens the star of your meals. A substantial amount of greens can be the key to diet success since it encourages eating more of the right foods. Unlike other diets, there are no complex formulas or calculations involved in the Eat to Live plan. This diet also allows for simpler daily meal preparation, with recipes that can be uncomplicated and still highly effective. Initially, you may find the flavor of your meals unsatisfactory. However, as you progress, your taste buds will adjust, increasing your appreciation for the natural taste of fruits and vegetables. An example meal plan could include a large fruit bowl for breakfast and a salad with beans, peas, or broccoli for lunch. Begin treating salads as your primary dish. Consuming a sizable salad will satiate you while maximizing nutrient intake and minimizing caloric consumption. There is ample room for variety in the diet, offering creative liberty in crafting your salads. For instance, you can have iceberg lettuce in the morning, mixed baby greens for lunch, and romaine for dinner. By adhering to these straightforward recommendations, the Eat to Live plan guarantees a strong foundation for continued weight loss and peak health.
To wrap up, Eat to Live underscores the significance of adopting a nutrient-rich, plant-based diet in order to combat obesity, prevent diseases, and maintain optimal health. By debunking myths surrounding nutrition and exposing misinformation spread by various industry actors, this book sheds light on the true path to well-being. The Eat to Live plan urges you to focus on consuming greens, beans, and fruits, while using the 90% rule as a guiding principle for your diet. By doing so, you'll experience sustainable weight loss, increased energy, and improved overall health without the need for restrictive calorie counting, elaborate meal prepping, or unnecessarily complicated dietary advice.